So today our focus will be on finding some space in the side body, some length in the back body and in the front body, the spine. So first, let's just get a nice stretch in the thoracic spine. So as you come onto your back, adjust that towel or bolster behind you so that you can allow those shoulder tips to fall back. Maybe extend the arms out to a T, or maybe even if it's accessible first thing this morning to a cactus, but that's a really big chest opener to begin. So just find a place that you can kind of wiggle in. Perhaps close down the eyes, even though this is a brief yoga practice, it still is a yoga practice. So we always want to come to our mat, to release the body to the mat, to release the breath into the body, and to allow the mind to really focus on the movement of that breath in and out of the body. So just taking a couple of breaths, normal breaths, in through the nose, out of the nose. Maybe this next one, as you breathe deeply in the nose, you release that breath audibly out of the mouth. Just sigh everything out of the body. Release all the breath, stagnant air, so that when you're ready for that nice deep inhale through the nose, the body is empty, ready to receive the breath. And a couple more just like that. Here, we really allow those extended exhales to wash through the body, that you can almost feel as that breath moves from the upper chest through the body. You can just feel the body melt down heavy onto the mat. Take a moment to set an intention, not only for this practice, but maybe something even larger that you can take off of this practice into your day-to-day. Maybe a little bit of something that you might need. And let that and your breath guide you through the practice. One more full inhale in the nose. Pause that breath at the top so you feel completely full in the upper body. One more sip in, maybe to get that breath deeper into the abdomen. Biggest sip yet. And then slowly release the breath. The belly, the ribs soften, the chest softens, the shoulders, the jaw, and the face soften. And then we'll roll over to one side. Remove any props that you have underneath you, come back down flat onto your back. Take a big body stretch here to open the front body so the fingertips go towards one wall. The toes, as you point and stretch the top of the feet to the opposite wall. Good, big stretch. You feel it from the sternum all the way through the belly button to the pubis bone. And then take that banana stretch into the side body. So it doesn't matter which side you start on. Just pick up those shoulders. Take those arms off on a diagonal to the top corner. Sweep the heels over to the same bottom corner. Just be mindful that the hips remain nice and flat. The shoulders nice and easy, resting on the mat. Feeling into this curve into the right side body, draw a deep breath in. Use that slow exhale again to melt through the shoulders and the hips. Maybe cross over that right ankle over the left just to deepen that stretch. Maybe reach for that right wrist with the left hand and draw the right arm further away on a diagonal. Take one full, deep round of breath here. Make space in those side ribs and let it go slow. Releasing that, bring everything back to center. Take that big stretch once again. And right over to the other side. So just heel the heels over to the corner, the arms to the upper corner. Again, re-examine the hips and the shoulders. Re-examine any clenching in the face and those hips and the shoulders. And use the breath here. Expand through the left side ribs. Get really spacious there. And then let the breath go nice and slow. Inhale back to center, big stretch. Then bend the knees, bring the heels close to the sit bones. Just flow maybe 5 bridges here to just wake up the back spine and the front of the body. So allow the arms to rest beside the body, palms down. Kind of tuck the tailbone in just a bit so you can feel that low back spreading onto the mat. And as you're ready, as you press into the feet, use the pressure as you press down to lift up. Hips come up, arms come up and overhead. Again, maybe squeeze through the glutes and feel some length through the quads. And exhaling slowly, hands and hips, and the end of the breath arrive together. Taking 4 more, nice and slow with your breath. Feel into the arch of the spine as the hips come up. Maybe you feel into the space in the front body as the belly extends forward, and then slowly down. We'll take 3 more. As you begin to bring each vertebrae back down to the mat, nice and slow, hips come down. Pause for a moment, just let the arms be heavy. Release any pressure in the feet. Again, feel the expansion in that low spine. Take a full deep breath in, a slow breath out. And we'll roll over to one side and we'll make our way to a seat. Again, you always see me, I prop my hips because I want my knees lower than my hips. So I just kind of rest on the crease of a blanket, tilts my pelvis forward, allows my back to be nice and straight. So as you arrive, kind of wiggle in so that you feel the sit bones ground. And then pause for a moment in stillness, hands resting on the thighs, the elbows relaxed beside the body. Find length into the spine, like you can lift the crown of the head up, but at the same time, not losing your connection to the earth. And then we're just going to start small torso circles here. So taking those ribs out to the side, back and around. So the movement is from the center of the body. It's not from the shoulders and it's not from the head. Beginning to make it as large as you want, rocking back on that tailbone. So again, just feeling into the spine, any movement here as you rotate and take it the opposite way. So here we're looking to feel what we feel. I have a little bit of tightness in the mid back. So I'll be conscious of that as I work through the spine and the side body this morning. So you feel what you feel. Hands will come to the shins, palms down, straighten the arms, lift the chest between the arms. So you're coming into this cow pose shape. And then tucking the chin, begin to round the spine, rolling onto that tailbone a little bit, and then bring it again forward with the in-breath. So just take a couple seated cat-cows. And we'll come back to that neutral spine. And in that neutral spine, notice again whether you've lifted those shoulder tips up. Can you bring them up and let them fall down the back body? Bring the hands out to the side and moving nice and slow with the big breath in. Tuck the belly in with the breath. Inhale, let's reach the arms overhead, nice and slow. Let the hands find the prayer. Take that prayer to the back body. Bend the elbows, touch the back of the heart space, our shadow space. Lift the palms back up to the sky, find extension in the side body, and bring the prayer to the heart center, where you have your light, and release. Twice more, moving slow, lifting the arms up, maybe even the gaze. Find the length, find the prayer. Bend the elbows, tap the back of the heart. Lift the prayer, find the front of the heart, and release. Last time, inhale. Bend elbows by the ears. Send it up, hands to heart, and release. So as we lift the arms this time, we're going to leave them up. We're going to find extension here from those hip points all the way through the ribs. And I don't know if there's a name for this climb the rope yoga pose, but I'd like you to take that right hand higher than the left, reaching through that whole right side, and then switch. Bend into that right elbow, extend the left arm, and then switch. So just finding some room here, some movement, but using the breath. Extend and extend and extend. Last time, leave the arms up. Beautiful, reaching up. Again, see if you can soften those shoulder tips down. They're gonna come up, but see if you can send those shoulder blades down the back body. And then we're just gonna take a nice little twist here. So the right hand's gonna come behind you. The left hand's gonna come to the outer knee. Press into your fingertips first, then begin to move, keep your head forward. Begin to move the torso towards the right. And when you've reached that full range of motion, and bring the head around. So the back fingertips like a kickstand, making us nice and tall. Draw the belly in with the in-breath. Soften shoulders, soften the face with the out-breath. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, reaches that arm towards the ceiling. Again, we find that length. And then take the arm overhead. So I leave my hand planted outside of the thigh, just for a little bit of leverage. And then I reach through the pinky side of the finger. Again, big opening through the side body, but a nice lateral bend through the spine as well. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, drop that upper arm so that it crosses the elbow of the bottom arm. Find your eagle arms or hands to the shoulder tips. Lifting up the elbows. Take a moment, arch through the spine as the fingers raise a little bit more, maybe even the gaze to open the throat. And then curl in, drop the chin, elbows in, hands come down. Focus on the space you're creating in the upper back. Use the breath here to breathe into the back body, the back ribs, the space between the shoulder blades. Full breath in, slow breath out. Inhale, lifts the arms back up. Unravel and float the arms down. Inhale, reach those arms back up. Take that motion, that climbing motion once again. Reaching. Good. And then find some stillness and we'll twist on this side. So left hand behind, right to the outside of the knee. Again, keep the torso forward first as you find the length. Then keep the head forward as you turn the torso. And then once the torso is in place, feel free to move the head to the side. Press into the back of the fingertips. Find your length. We're here for a full breath. Inhaling draws the pelvis in, the belly in. The exhale softens the shoulders and the face. Next inhale, left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Take the pinky finger, rotate it around, take that lateral bend. Elbow is back. Your gaze can be past the elbow if it's better on your neck. It can be down towards that right knee. Reach through the fingertips. Breathe into the space in the left ribs. One more inhale. Get nice and full. And then on the exhale, we're going to lower that left arm to cross over the bottom arm at the elbows. Find your eagle. Lift those elbows high. Maybe lift the gaze, open the throat. And then drop the elbows down, hands down, tuck the chin. Again, feel all of the space here. Focus on the creation of space in the back body. Notice what it feels like to breathe so deep into those back bottom ribs that you can feel them expand and puff out almost just above the kidney space. Inhale, reaches the arms up. Exhale, waves those arms open and then slowly drop them down. Good. Take another couple cat-cows here. And then we're going to extend that right leg out to the side. Keep the left foot in. It should be kind of snuggled into the upper thigh. If that's too much on your knee, always feel like you can bring that foot out. And if you need any support under that thigh, grab your blanket or your bolster or whatever to let that left knee just kind of hang out there, not needing to do one thing. A big inhale here. We're going to just take a simple twist over the bent knee first, just like what we just did. So just turn the torso towards the bent knee. Again, get nice and tall. Rotate that torso one more time. Rotate the head. This time, use your optic muscles to gaze behind you. See how far you can look. As you inhale, reach those arms up. Turn the torso towards that extended right leg. Make sure the foot is flexed and the heel presses away from you. Stretch up and then stretch out. So we're not going to bend into the spine. We're just going to reach out with a straight spine. And then we're just going to let those hands fall to where they want to fall. So again, seated, grounded sit bones. Belly is in. Torso is turned so that the belly comes towards the thigh. Again, we think heart to big toe, not head to knee. Pause here. Maybe take the left hand to the outer right calf, maybe the right hand to the inner calf. Use that, draw the belly in and see if there's any more room to extend forward. Use your breath. Let the breath soften the pose. Let the breath soften you in the pose. Release the clasp if you took that option. Walk the hands back towards the body. Sit up nice and tall first. We're going to take a full body stretch here. So take that left hand, plant the palm behind you. As you plant the palm, shift the weight into that left palm. Lift the hips up, circle the arm back. Reach through the finger, but press down through that right heel. So full body stretch. We call this a mini wild thing. So feel into the entire body. It's almost like this power that you have, like Superwoman here. Reach, lift the hips, full deep breath in. And slowly draw the arm around. Bring the hips down, both arms out to the outside of the left leg. Bow to your right, just as a nice counter here. And then slowly bring yourself upright. We'll switch it out. Extend the left leg, flex the left foot, press down into the left heels, draw the left toes towards the shin. Again, right knee, if you're tight on this side, find some support underneath there so that there's no pressure to hold that knee up. Take a nice big inhale, nice and tall. Let's twist over the right knee. Hand comes behind, find some length. And as you arrive here, again, use the eyes. Notice how far back you can see. The beauty of dropping the shoulders first and the head second is as soon as those shoulders get placed, the neck will relax and let you go a little bit further. And if you don't believe me, you can try this just moving your head at the same time. Good. Inhale, come back up, turn the torso over the left leg. Again, make sure the foot is flexed. Reach the arms up, extend up, extend forward. Might feel this in your low back, mid back. Then drop the hands down where they want to land. Again, sit the sit bones back. Spine is long. When you draw the belly in, the heart comes towards the big toe. Maybe there's some room here to just drop over the thigh. But if you use the breath, particularly the exhale, to find ease in the pose, the body will invite you naturally, once it releases, to go a little bit deeper. So tuck in the belly, nice and tight. Extend, maybe walk those fingertips, just a fingertip smooching ahead. Full deep breath in. Slow breath out. Gazing past those toes, once again, walk the fingertips back towards the body. Find that length first in the spine as you restack. Right hand's gonna float behind you, press down into the palm. As you press into the palm, lift the hips, circle that left arm around and overhead. Press down through that left heel. As you reach through the pinky side of the fingers, lift the hips higher. Feel all of the space here in the side body and draw a nice, full, deep breath. Hips high, maybe the chest comes to rotate a little more towards the ceiling, a little bit more of a back bend here. And circle slowly as you exhale, arm circles down as the hips come down. Both arms float to the outside of the left leg. Take a bow to your left. And then slowly lift yourself back up to a seat. Again, we always want to restack the spine here after we've been bending, so just sit up nice and tall. Bring the soles of the feet together, big diamond. So we're not coming into a cobbler, big diamond. This is for your low back, but it also wraps around the glute into the piriformis, which could cause low back pain. So with the feet together, take the hands underneath the calves so that the palms rest on top of the shins. So you're wrapping the hands around the shins. Use the grip here first. Draw the belly in. Inhale fully. Send the heart between the biceps here as you get nice and long. Pause there. And on your exhale, tuck the chin. Begin to round in through the shoulders. Begin to puff up the upper back, round into the mid back. Let the crown of the head descend into your big diamond shape. So maybe the hands can come towards the ankles a little more so that you can relax the forearms down a little bit further, relax the shoulders, let them round in. Find some stillness here with your breath. So head hangs, shoulders round, space between the shoulder blades, space between each vertebrae. Soften the exhale. Let the breath invite you to release, to relax, to just feel what you feel in this pose, and notice what you notice as you use that breath to relax deeper and deeper and deeper into the stretch, into the back body. One more full inhale here. One more slow exhale. Then slowly release the hands from the ankle, bring them into center. Walk yourself slowly back. Keep the curve in the spine first. Hands to the outside of the knees, draw them together and walk the feet in towards the body. Give yourself a hug around the shins. Let the forehead rest either on the forearms or the knees. Then bring the hands behind the knee crease. Keep the chin tucked, keep the roundness in the spine. Make your way slowly onto the back body. Draw the knees into the chest. Nice and easy. Extend the arms out to a T. Drop the knees over to the right. Use your bolster underneath the bottom leg if you need it. Just a little gentle twist through the spine to close out this practice. We'll inhale it, take it to center, squeeze in one more time, and then over to the opposite side. Super easy, no forcing, no pulling, just breath. Coming back to center, we'll extend the legs long, a hand to the belly and a hand to the heart. So as we close the practice, we close our eyes. And just for these last few moments, enjoy feeling the breath move underneath your palms. So as you draw that big full inhale, the palms lift with the expansion. And you release the breath slow. Palms soften, body softens. Come back to the intention for your day. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Namaste.